How do you feel about Timothy getting traded to San Jose? Did you say anything to him, that sort of thing?
Yeah, obviously I called him, and I mean, it's sad. I mean, we've been friends for a long time and been here for a while, but I mean, that's the business. But he'll get a great opportunity there, and it'll be really good for his career. So I'm happy for him.
What do you think you'll remember most about his time as a Leaf?
I don't know. You have to ask him.
How much more room do you think he has to grow? Obviously, he had been playing a lot at the start of this year. Now he gets a fresh start. What do you think he can do?
Yeah, I mean, he's a tremendous offensive player, and I mean, plays good without the puck as well. So, yeah, I mean, he's going to get a great opportunity there. So, we'll just have to see what he's able to do. I believe that he can do a great job there.
What did you say to him when you guys spoke?
Yeah, I mean, I said it's sad, but that's business, and I mean, you're gonna miss him a lot. But that's the way it goes, and I mean, it'll be great for him there to get ice time and play. I mean, that's what everybody wants in the end, right?
Dinner on you when they come here in March?
Oh, on him.
Seemed like there was a lot of Halloween pictures coming at the last few days. Who had the best costume at your party?
Who did? I gotta think. Robbie. Yeah.
What were you?
Just the hip hop rapper or whatever. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite costume growing up? Anything hockey related?
No, I don't know. I haven't really been like a big Halloween guy, so I couldn't tell you what I remember having as a kid. Probably Power Rangers was something that I had when I was a kid.
What do you appreciated the most about Tanev's game?
Yeah, I mean, incredible at how good he is at getting in front of pucks and blocking shots and, you know, making those huge plays for the team every night. It's incredible the way he sacrifices his body and plays in the D zone. It's a treat to see.
When you do the pre-scout on Seattle, what stands out most about their team?
Well, we only did power play and penalty kill today, so I mean, I haven't watched them, so I don't really know what they got going right now.
On your new power play unit, like obviously if you're on the power play with Austin, he's going to soak up a lot of attention, and rightfully so. What's the mindset for you now on that unit?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Just shoot the puck, I guess.
Were you expecting a shakeup with the way the power play could be going, or are you kind of hoping to have a little bit more runway?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it, but our power play hasn't been good, so we'll see how it goes tonight.
Do you miss killing penalties at all?
Yeah, PKing is fun. I mean, it's good to get in the game that way. I mean, if there's a lot of penalties and stuff like that, so keep you going. But yeah, of course, I miss PKing.
Have you found it an adjustment to play a little less this season? Like your average ice time's down a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I mean, that is a little bit what I've been trying to talk to Chief about to get that ice time back to where it was before. I think it helps my game a lot to do what I want to be able to do out there. So, yeah, hopefully it's something you can figure out.
Because it keeps you in like in a rhythm? Is
Yeah.
kind of what you're thinking?
Morgan, yeah. Timothy, a bit of frustration enter him to trade to San Jose. What were your thoughts on that? Seeing him leave?
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to Timmy, obviously over the course of training camp and the season, and I think you just wish him the best. Obviously, didn't work out exactly the way that he wanted to this year, I suppose, but you wish him the best. He's a good player. He has a good work ethic, so I think he'll find his way.
What will you remember most from his time as a Leaf?
Lots of things. I don't think one specific thing. Obviously you get a chance to play with a guy for a while. You get to know him, and we've had plenty of good times. And again, he's a good player, and he works hard, and he'll be just fine.
How hard is it as a young defenseman to truly find your role and figure out your role?
Yeah, it's challenging. I think it's different for everyone. It takes time, and it's not easy. And this kind of thing happens all the time. And just because a player gets traded, that doesn't mean he's any less of a player than he was a year before. Or moving forward, it's just a new opportunity and a change of scenery. And that's not a judgment on who Timmy is or anything like that. He's going to be a good player moving forward, and he's going to work hard, and he's going to be fine.
What was it like to hit 800 games? Did you reflect on that milestone at all?
Not as much. I mean, I think as you go, that happens. You have moments where you can reflect, but I think right now we're as a team, we're just focused on our game and trying to get our game where we want it. And obviously, we're happy with the effort we put forth the other night. I mean, I'm thinking more about moving forward than I am reflecting.
It's early still, but with injured guys coming back and the move yesterday, do you feel the team sort of finding its way, getting closer together?
I think so. I think that's an ongoing process. I mean, as we go on some road trips and as we go over the course of like the first couple of months, I think that starts to happen, and it's kind of a natural thing. I don't think you can force it. I think it just takes place on its own time. And I mean, for us, like I said, we're trying not to spend too much time thinking about what lies ahead or what we've done or anything like that. We're just kind of focused on trying to get our game where we want it. As a team and as individuals, you can tell our group is focused and we're motivated to play better, to improve, and to try to get playing some good hockey here over a longer stretch of time.
Rate of curiosity or whatever the word is, Morgan, anticipation of what Hakanpää can bring to the lineup once he gets in. He's right around the corner here.
Yeah, I think so. A big guy who was great in Dallas, and he's obviously been battling and he's been working extremely hard trying to get back into shape and into game shape. And even once he gets back, I don't know what the plan is. So I'm not going to pretend to, but once he gets back, it's not easy to jump right into a midseason lineup and in terms of pace of play and whatnot. So that might take a game or two, but it's on us to support him and put him in a position where he feels good and he can come in and play. But he's great. He's big, long, tough guy, and very good defensively. Plays a good brand of hockey. So obviously we're looking forward to seeing that.
Back to the 800 games, does it feel like time has flown for you? I mean, you're top 5 or top 10 in defensive goals for and assists and stuff like that. How does it feel to you?
In this moment, yeah, I guess it's been going by pretty fast. But I try to make a conscious effort to not take anything for granted. Don't take this job for granted, and I try to enjoy every day. I think I do a pretty good job of that, and I feel very grateful and very fortunate. But with all that being said, we're still focused on our team here and our year, and I mean, we want to get playing our brand of hockey over a long period of time, and that's our main focus right now. There's time for reflection later.
Legitimately curious, how long did it take for the Beetlejuice costume to come together?
Took about an hour of makeup. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, it was it was good. It was fun. I think it's a good chance for our team to get together and do something fun, and there were some good costumes.
Who is your favorite, or who is the best?
The best. There were some good ones. There's always good ones. I know Austin's a big Star Wars guy, so he was no surprise as Darth Vader. But I thought the Swedes were all the different houses of Harry Potter, so I thought that was good.
How different was the feel in the power play the other night when there's a shake-up like that? Like, how would you describe it?
I think it's good. Obviously, that's an area for our team that we're focused on right now that we need to improve on, and I think that we or at least I feel confident that we're about to break through, and the change is what it is. If we don't score here soon, we're going to change it again, and we're going to keep pushing and try to make something happen, try to make something work. So it's on us to pay attention in meetings, to know our structure, to execute, and just go out there and do it. And so I have all the confidence in the world that we're going to do that. But that's all it is. When it's not working, you change something up, and you go from there.
Oliver Ekman-Larsson's getting a ton of shots up early. I guess what's impressed you about his approach to the game offensively?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you look at his career, he's always been that guy. And I know as a young player in the league, he was a guy that I watched and that I learned from. And so to me, it's not all that surprising that he's moving the puck well and skating well and shooting the puck well. He's got objectively a beautiful shot, and so he's been great for us. So I don't expect that to change. It's been really fun playing with him. So we're going to work together in here and try to be solid.
Yeah. So, who had the best costume at the Halloween party?
I think Mo put in a lot of effort. His Beetlejuice is hard to beat that one when you got all that face makeup on.
What inspired your fit?
Just, I'm not on the ice enough during the season that I thought I'd get the blades on and do the blades of glory.
What's the mindset going into this one for you guys?
I think we know that the skill that they have can hit us at any point, so it's just playing the game the right way and sticking with what was working in Winnipeg and playing hard and not giving their top guys much.
What's the first thing that went through your mind when you found out Timothy got traded?
I mean, you're losing a friend right away, first off. That's the hardest thing. A guy I've been around quite a bit, actually, especially when I came in with the Marlies, he was there. So that was hard to see, and a great player as well. Obviously, he didn't get a lot of opportunity here earlier in the year, but really good player.
Yeah, what's San Jose getting in him? Should be excited.
I think he's got a lot of upside. I mean, he's still young. He's still he's quick. He's skilled. He knows how to play the offensive side of the game, and then he can play hard too. He's a really good defender. Skates really well. It's hard to get around a guy that skates so well.
What do you like about your game in Winnipeg?
I think I was just skating well on pucks. I was physical, trying to be hard on the forecheck, trying to do the things that usually makes me successful, and maybe not necessarily trying to force plays to the net or force offense, but it started to come a little bit. The more I was skating, the harder I was on the forecheck.
Craig obviously wasn't happy with the turnover that led to that goal in Boston. Like, what was your perspective on that play?
I mean, it was a bad play by me. I think I should have just read it better. I know that the puck's spinning on the boards there, and it just kind of ramped off my stick and into the middle. And guys know that when the puck's rimmed like that, the puck's gonna be spinning, so you got to be able to handle that.
How effective is losing some ice time as a motivational tool for a player?
A bit. I mean, you always want to play more, but I think it's more that I know what my potential is and how I should be playing, and I think that's kind of the driving metric of what's going to keep me motivated and keep me pushing throughout the season.
Oilers fan growing up. Have you played against Eberle? Yeah, you would have watched that era of Oilers, right?
Yeah.
Have you played against him yet?
Yeah, I played against him once last year.
What sort of stood out about his career? Obviously, he went through all the tough times in Edmonton, and now he's in Seattle as their leader.
I mean, what stands out to me is he came in the league firing with that first goal that he scored. That was pretty nice. So I think he's always been a player that shows up in big moments, and he's a good player to have on a team. And obviously, he's had a lot of success throughout his career.
What do you appreciate most about Chris Tanev?
I think he's just his compete. His awareness in all situations in the game. I think he's smart. He knows where to be. He understands our system so well, and then puts himself in good spots. And then obviously he's not afraid to get in front of shots and pay the price for the success of the team.
Obviously, you've played your brother quite a bit, but what's it going to be like to do it in this building, in this city tonight?
I don't think it's going to change much. So, I mean, just trying to beat him. He's trying to beat me. I mean, we grow up competing against each other in pretty much everything you do. So I don't think it's changed much over the course of our lives.
Other than hockey, what were some of the things you guys really grinded each other on?
Everything. Playing street hockey, basketball, soccer, video games, whatever. I mean, I think if anyone who has a brother sort of knows the competition that I feel like you grow up with, and it's good. We had a lot of fun together.
Or both of you Leaf fans? Did that factor in your street hockey game?
No, I was a Red Wings fan growing up, and then I believe he is I could be wrong, so don't quote me, but I think he was a Dallas fan. I think he was a big Mike Modano fan, but I could be wrong.
Of the games that you guys have played against each other, anyone stick out? Any battles stick out?
No, not really. I mean, I think early on in my career, his teams definitely got the better of mine, and I think lately it's sort of changed a little bit. I don't know the exact head-to-head battle, but hopefully it continues to go in my favor team.
You passed 800 games this week. You reflect on a career in this league and how fast it's gone, maybe? Or?
Not really. I mean, it goes by quick, so just try to enjoy every moment, and you move on to the next day. Every day is a new day.
For your family, I imagine they try and play it pretty straight when you guys go head-to-head, but now that you're wearing that sweater, do you feel like you have maybe an edge? Or blue Tanev sweaters tonight?
I don't know. I mean, he was definitely more of a troublemaker than me, so I think I might take the favorite cake.
Okay.
Over him, anyways. My little brother probably is a favorite.
Other than hockey, do you have similar interests in like music or anything like that? Or?
I mean, he's obsessed with golf, and I like it, and I mean, I don't get out as much now with having a little guy. So I mean, yeah, I mean, we sort of grew up with the same friend group, and have sort of done everything together growing up. So I mean, everything we've done, I feel like we're definitely beside each other for a lot of it, anyways.
Is this the biggest night for tickets in terms of how you're going to handle that load between the two of you?
It's been fine. So I mean, family's good so far.
Sorry about that. You've been on the ground here, back in Toronto. What's it been like just settling back into a city that you grew up in but hadn't lived in at this time of year for a long time?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been around. I mean, I was here during COVID for a couple months, but yeah, I haven't had a fall here since I was 19. So I mean, it's definitely different. It's nice to be out when the leaves are changing and sort of get that fall weather, which we don't really get in other places.
You guys had the Halloween party the other night. Who, to you in your mind, had the best costume there?
I think Revo had a pretty creative one. The younger guys probably didn't have a clue what he was, but I'm old enough to know that. I mean, I think he was pretty creative what he did.
What was he?
He's Martin Lawrence from Bad Boys. A scene when he's he's in his boss's house and pops an ecstasy by accident, floating around. But I think he did a great job of it.
Chris, we were doing our Four Nations face-off, like roster projections this week. Mike Johnson and Craig Button, and they had you on that team. I'm just wondering, like, what goes through your mind when you think of that possibility?
Honestly, I just play hockey. I haven't seen any of that or anything. I'm just here to do my job and help the Toronto Maple Leafs win. Build off our game last game, which was a really strong game, 5-on-5. Little couple 6-on-5 stuff or 5-on-6 stuff that we need to clean up. But we played a really strong game last game, and it's about us building on it today.
Trade yesterday. What do you know? What can you tell us about Matt Benning?
Yeah, he's been in the league for a while and stuff, and pretty just stay-home defenseman, steady, blocks a lot of shots, things like that. So, yeah, that's what he is.
What's the plan for him, Fred?
Well, we'll get him in here. I think he gets in here later today, and then, so we'll chat with him and see where he's at and talk a little bit, and then we'll figure it out.
How close is Hakanpää? He seemed pretty optimistic yesterday about just getting...
Well, he's very close. Yeah, he's very close, so I can't give you a timeline yet.
I knew Timothy for like a month or so or whatever it was. What did you see and why didn't it quite fit for him and under your...
Well, I think there's, looking back at training camp, there's, I think guys just outplayed him a little bit, but he's got ability, he can, skate, move a puck. I wish him all the best. I mean, it just didn't work out here. That's the best way I can put it.
Understanding that every game, different situations happen, it can't always be exactly what you want, but what would be your ideal ice time for William Nylander?
I don't focus on ice time so much. I mean, I get Willie out there quite a lot. I mean, a lot of key situations, obviously, but, at the same time, I've said this all along, we want to be a good team. Everybody needs to be involved. So I try to get Willie out there as much as I can. Yeah.
He says he'd like to play more. How do you handle that?
I have no problem with it. And I do try to get him, more. We talk about it, and he killed penalties last year. He's not killing penalties this year, so it's a little bit of ice time there. That's off. So, I'll what I do is I try to get him out there, if deserved, as much as I can.
What did you think of this Kraken team? They filled the net the other night in Montreal.
Well, they're a very quick team. They play fast. They got some real quick forwards with some skill and ability. I mean, they got a good record on the road, 3-1. So, we just got to focus on our game and bring what we brought to Winnipeg 5-on-5.
How have you liked Austin and Mitch killing penalties together?
I think they've done a good job. I think that, they understand the system very well, and they've been very good at it.
What do you think it means to the league that, they have a female coach on the bench?
What do I think it means to the league? Well, not when I played, but I do now. I mean, it happens in a lot of sports, right? So it's eventually going to happen in hockey. So it's great. I got no problem with it.
Have you crossed paths with Jessica? No, she said yesterday she's seen some coach through the years of the Coaches Association. Like, have you crossed paths with her at all?
I haven't yet. So, at some point I probably will. I can't answer that right now.
Going back to Wold tonight in that?
Yes, he'll be in that tonight.